flipped the door mirror of a parked car while I distracted her. He said, now ordinarily I'd have let that go because there was no damage. He said, but he said, I looked in the mirror and the senior examiner was right behind me. He said, so I couldn't let it go because he'd have said, why did you pass that person? And she hit a door mirror. I said, oh right. He said, but obviously I'll never repeat that to anybody else. I said, it was really my fault. He said, but tell her to put in for a new test. He said, and she'd get one quickly. I went, well, how can you say that? He said, just tell her. So I said, oh, okay. So I get in the car, she's crying her bloody eyes out. I said, just have a look at your sheet, and there was nothing on the sheet. It was empty, apart from too close to stationary vehicles. One mark, serious mark. So I told her what he'd said, and she said, oh, so I'm going to sue, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. I said, look, hang on a minute. I said, he's already tipped me the wink that if you put in for another test straight away, you'll get one. I said, because you'll never win this because he had denied it. So after she calmed down, she put in for a test. She got one 2 weeks later. We went down there. He buggered me. Which examiner comes out and calls her name out? The same examiner, right? And he came out last, right? He waited for everybody else to leave, and then he waited for everybody else to leave the waiting room. And then, as I'm about to get up and walk out, he said to me, he said, "Are you?" The reports have tested. He said, "Are you going down the road for a cup of coffee?" I went, "Well, I was thinking about it." He said, "Not today." He said, "Can you hang around?" I went, "All right then." So everybody else buggered off by this point. So they got in the car. They drove out the test centre, and I'm not kidding you, before I could sit down they came back in again. Right, they went round the block, literally round the block, right, came back in the test centre, got in the car, she passed. What's that all about? He went, I said, well, what you got to do sometimes, isn't it?
What's he doing?
Christ knows.
Oh, bloody hell. Oh my God.
How many laws has he